It's mactheguru. This is the preview for Winning Time Season 2, Episode 4. If this your first time here, make sure you sub to the channel, check out the other content, and click that like button. Now, on this next episode, we should finally, and I mean finally, get the firing of Paul Westhead. When I tell you this guy is horrible, I mean horrible. And it goes to show you, even when a guy get the job done sometimes, it ain't really because of them. And they are bad and the wrong person for the job. Sometimes, and it's exactly the case in this situation, it's a guy under the guy that's really doing all the work. So Pat Riley is that dude. And of course, 2020, hindsight is perfect. We know Pat Riley, that dude now, but that's the guy that was doing everything and working things out with players and making sure the chemistry was good. He's the one. It ain't Paul. Paul leadership is horrible, and I love that they put it on display because it shows people that passive aggressive attitude, not making the tough decisions or making them and getting nervous when you got to make them in front of other people. All of these things hurt you. All of these things make you have poor leadership. They gave you a great example of poor leadership. He ego driven. He hungry for power, and this is what he care about. So you see, they want to make a trade that'll help the team. Paul like, nah. They want to do something else that'll help the team. Paul like, no. Let's trade Jim without telling them, without doing anything. Let's fire Pat Riley if he don't fall in line. This is how he's thinking. And it all comes down to ego, and it all comes back to him not having the confidence within himself to lead other men. See, in order to lead other men, I done did it. Led over 200 people before. Navy chief, y'all know the story. In order to lead other men, you got to show confidence. You got to be able to listen at times. You got to understand that in all reality, you working for them. It ain't the other way around. So you got to listen to them, and you got to make sure everybody morale is up. These are the key factors to leadership. It ain't just knowing your job. That ain't it. Not when you become a leader. When you are a worker, when you are the technician, that's when knowing your job matters the most. Once you get in leadership, it's really about, managing bodies. That's what it is. Now, another big thing that's going to happen in this next episode is Kareem is going to find out about Magic's deal. And he is going to be highly upset, as he should be. He's going to be going at Jerry Buss, and he's going to have conversations with Jerry Buss. And he should, because him and Magic are two different players. And most people that ain't like biased and didn't watch the 80s, because if you watch the 80s and you seen the NBA, they marketed Bird versus Magic, Magic versus Bird. That what was marketed, all right? You had Moses Malone in the 80s. You had Isaiah Thomas, and you had Kareem Abdul-Jabbar and Dr. J. So you had other people that was getting it done too. Michael Jordan came in the 80s, A lot of other people was, Dominique was in that. A lot of other people was getting it done. So it's like, if you could remove yourself from the bias of what they were marketing to you, and you just looked at individual players, you'll know Kareem better than Magic. And one of the main differences is, if Magic don't have a mismatch, and he can't get in that transition, which Magic is all time in a transition. That's what make Magic. But most guys that gotta play fast, that gotta play in that transition, it's because when they get in half court offense, if it's a guy on the other team that can match them height-wise or athletic-wise, you gotta use skill to score, and they struggle in those areas. That's Magic Johnson. But Kareem, he's a guy that's unguardable. So Magic is all time, but he's guardable. Kareem, unguardable. That's the big difference. You need a guy on your team that no matter if the other team got the defensive player of the year, you can still go to him because he's unguardable. Now, he might have a bad night. He might miss shots. He might not perform like perfect every time, but you still know this guy unguardable. And the next game, if y'all in the playoff situation, he could come right back and give you buckets. That's Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. So he got a right to be upset, and we're gonna see him go at it with Jerry Buss and most likely the coach too. This probably what's gonna lead to Paul getting fired. You know, it's a lot of things that led up to it, but I can see Kareem saying Paul gotta go be the last thing, and Magic gonna say Paul gotta go too. Everybody gonna say Paul gotta go. You know, but we're gonna see Kareem go at it with Jerry Buss and Magic. Now, the last thing I gotta talk about, because I think either episode 4 or episode 5, this guy is coming to Winning Time, and that is Isaiah Thomas. This is gonna be a very intriguing character on Winning Time, and I wonder how they gonna display him on the show. And then I also wonder how they gonna show him and Magic's relationship. You gotta remember, their relationship started off as real strong. Like Isaiah is Magic's dude, Magic is Isaiah's dude. And then a lot of stuff happened. They compete against each other. Magic win, Isaiah win. You know, they go back and forth, and then the crazy thing happened, and that's that Olympic game. A lot of people say MJ is the reason that Magic or that Isaiah Thomas wasn't on the Olympics. But people also know Magic didn't want Isaiah on the Olympics either. All right. You know, we seen them both do a sit down. Kobe and Shaq did a sit down too, which was great. I'm so happy Kobe and Shaq did before Kobe passed. But Isaiah Thomas and Magic did the sit down first. All right, so that just lets you know their relationship was very strong. They was crying during the sit down, dog. Like when Magic and Isaiah Thomas sat down, they was crying during the sit down. So that lets you know it was real. They had a real bond, a real brotherhood, and it broke over the years, and they didn't put it back together to like, I mean, come on now. They did the sit down maybe 30 years later or something. Like, yo, crazy stuff. You know, so I really can't wait for Isaiah Thomas to come on. They did Bird backstory, a little bit more Bird backstory, the last episode in episode 3. So hopefully at some point they do a Isaiah Thomas backstory. They do a Michael Jordan backstory. They highlighted Dr. J a lot in season 1. So I like that element. Dr. J gonna get highlighted again in this season because I'm pretty sure the Lakers play them in the finals. So that's gonna come up again, man. But I love how they highlight not only the Laker players, not only Magic and Kareem and Cooper, but they go into other dudes' lifestyles in their life. But then they also do it for the other players and owners too. Red Auerbach, people like that, man. So the show been amazing. This next episode should be fire. Y'all let me know what y'all think gonna happen. It's Mac the Guru. Remember, if you're still here, make sure you sub to the channel. Click that like button. And like always, man, y'all be easy. Be safe. Peace.